Democrat money launderer Sam Bankman-Fried reveals his next scam. This guy didn't waste any time, any time in coming up with his next scheme. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here, and there's also a link to my Instagram and my shop as well, where we have "I Will Not Comply" T-shirts, so you can get them just in time for the holidays. All right, let's talk about this news. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried has revealed plans to start a new business venture just weeks after his cryptocurrency exchange spectacularly collapsed. I mean, you would think he would wait a little bit for the dust to settle before he goes in his next business venture, but I guess not. Um, in an interview with the BBC, and he's interviewing all over the place too. Another thing I don't understand. But his interview with the BBC published on Saturday, the 30-year-old who is facing a number of civil lawsuits brought against him, brought against both him and his failed company, said he would, quote, give anything to be able to set up a new business in an effort to pay back investors. Quote, I would give anything to be able to do that, and I'm going to try if I can, Bankman-Fried said when asked if he planned to launch a new company to recoup the losses by FTX and pay back investors and users who have lost millions. Quote, I'm going to be thinking about how we can help the world, and if users haven't gotten much back, I'm going to be thinking about what I can do for them, he said. And I can think at the very least, I have a duty to FTX users to do right by them as best I can. FTX was once valued at $32 billion after raising $400 million from investors before it collapsed in November amid a liquidity crisis worsened further by larger rival Binance deciding to pull out of a potential rescue deal. Traders soon pulled billions from the platform, and the company ultimately filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on November 11th. Millions of FTX users have been left unable to access their crypto wallets, and I've done videos on this already. Uh, and Bankman-Fried, he used to testify before Congress, but I saw a headline somewhere, I didn't really read it, that he said he might not be, he won't be able to show up in person or something like that, or I don't know, something like that. I tried to find that article again, and I couldn't find it. But questions have been raised regarding the roughly $1 billion of customer funds that appear to have vanished from the failed crypto exchange. Meanwhile, Bankman-Fried claims to have just $100,000 left in his bank account and denies having, quote, hidden funds anywhere. And come on, he definitely got a few hidden offshore accounts, no doubt. On Friday, Bankman-Fried confirmed that he will testify before U.S. Senate Banking Committee on Tuesday amid multiple probes into FTX's collapse, as well as that of its sister hedge fund, Alameda Research. And y'all know I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be watching to find out what he has to say about that. However, the former billionaire claimed he does not have access to much of his professional or personal data, and therefore, quote, there is a limit to what I will be able to say, and I won't be as helpful as I like. In other words, he's not going to be able to answer anything, really. I guarantee he's not going to be able to get into details on anything. He's going to have excuses because it was a Ponzi scheme / money laundering scheme. Speaking to the BBC from a luxury apartment in the Bahamas owned by FTX, Bankman-Fried was asked whether he was prepared for the possibility of being arrested, to which he replied, quote, there's some time at night ruminating, yes, but when I get up during the day, I try and focus, be as productive as I can and ignore things that are out of my control. However, the crypto firm founder doubled down on comments he made during the New York Times Deal Book Summit on November 30th, in which he denied having committed any fraud at FTX. And we know that Maxine Waters have been caping for him and saying how great of a person he is and how she loved how open he is and doing all these interviews and all this other stuff. So we know that he has protection. So I wouldn't be surprised if he get off with nothing. Financial regulators and authorities in both the United States and the Bahamas are currently investigating the collapse of the company. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out democrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.